Hi, I'm Michelle Paganini. I'm an independent pattern maker and an expert on upcycle sewing. My patterns show you exactly how to disassemble and reassemble ready-made garments to make a new design. So the tip I want to share with you today is one that people have told me get in the way of them getting started on some of my designs or upcycling in general. And that is having trouble choosing the colors that they're going to work with. So they're going to choose 3 shirts. A combination of 3 or 5 is really good. If they're going to choose 3 shirts, what 3 colors do they choose? So I'm going to walk you through my choices for what I'm working on today and then talk about what I didn't choose and why I didn't choose it. So this is the 2 that I decided to be the primary pieces for my patty shirt. And I'll tell you the reason why I selected them together. They both feature almost the same color blue and the same color Kelly green. And I really like this combination. I think it's fresh, it's vibrant, and the fact that I have a smaller scale plaid and a smaller scale stripe works together. So I think they're harmonious both for color and for the pattern. If I had all stripes, I think that would be too busy, that I wouldn't be able to rest. If I had all plaids, it would also be too busy. But the combination of the 2 of them is very interesting. So what didn't I choose and why didn't I choose it? Here's one I considered. It's green. It has blue in it. The blue almost looks black. It's more of a navy rather than this color. And the yellow, or the green, is more of a yellow green. So I don't think it goes as well as these 2 do together. So that's why I didn't use this one. Here's another green that I considered. It's more of a moss green. So the vibrancy of these 2 almost makes this look bad. I really like moss green, but I don't think it looks good with these 2 because of the contrast. And color is very relative. It depends on what you put it next to, how good it looks. So I didn't choose that one. I considered this one, which has pretty much the same colors. It's more on navy, but then, this one's not too far off. It's a really bold print. So putting it with here, it feels like it dwarfed the stripe. Putting it with this one might work, but I really like the combination of the 2 smaller scales together, so that's why I didn't choose this one. So if I'm putting a 3rd one in, I don't necessarily have to have this green and blue combination. I could go with straight blue. So this one's not bad. It's just a nice check. It's in the same scale as the other ones. The blue's a little bit different, but I think it works. It could work as the 3rd piece. Haven't decided yet. And then there's another one that's all blue. This could work too. It's a little bit more, a little bit more sedate. It's a little bit more subdued. So depending on if I wanted something perhaps a little bit more vibrant or if I wanted it more subdued, I think either one of these would work as well. And then also for introducing the 3rd color, I can play around with looking at some plackets, because I'm going to put a placket on the back and just see what they look like. Should have taken that off first. Here's another one that's moss green. You can see we have the same problem. It really doesn't show up very well. So this one is almost more of a teal color. It's not bad. That's a possibility. It could work if I were just using it to cover up a raw edge seam. Here's one that's blue, all blue with no Kelly green in it. That's not bad. I like the vibrancy of this one better. It keeps us more in the what feels like a tropical color range than the regular blue. I have a dark green. I don't think that works at all, again, because it's more of a yellow, yellowish green. It's like a dark moss green, and I just don't think that picks up the color here. There's too much of a contrast. If I wanted to go really crazy, I could introduce something from the opposite side of the color wheel, which would be an orange stripe. Now, it looks interesting. I'd have to have balance somewhere else with orange on it. It would still be vibrant. It would still be kind of summer-like. But I think I'm more inclined to go with one of the blues. So setting all those aside, you're at home, you don't have these 2 shirts. What are you going to look at? What are you going to do? So a safe color to choose is always your eye color. Everyone looks good in their eye color. If you can find a patterned shirt that has your eye color in it or close to your eye color, then you can use that as your color scheme. So just working with this one shirt, if you started with one shirt like this one, There are a couple colors of green in here. There are a couple colors of blue. And there's some white. I wouldn't suggest going with just white, too much of a contrast. But you now have a palette to work with. So all you have to do is get the other shirts and do exactly what I did, is put them next to it and see if there's a match or not. You also want to consider the pattern, so the scale of the pattern, like the really big, the really small, not putting too many of the same kind together so that, you know, it's good to the eye. I kind of asked myself what looks charming. So you can be the judge of that. You can post and ask your friends on Facebook, but this is a really safe way to get started, is to pick something out that has your eye color in it, something that has a pattern, and then just match to that one pattern. So those are some tips on upcycling with color and getting started. Thank you.